Guys, I just got to do a quick update. My favorite stock that I've been pounding on here for a little bit, it's less than $10, but it's also over $5. It is at that sweet spot where I love to put bigger money into these higher quality setups. It's in an uptrend, and I couldn't, reiterate how much I was bullish on this. I hope you guys got in. Not everything's going to work out as planned. Trading, there is always risk. But I just want to go over this ticker. I think everyone knows about it. It has massive volume, which is what I love it. I love the option liquidity chain. So without further ado, the ticker I'm talking about is BBAI. You can't mess this one up. This one is awesome. 54 million volume today. Yesterday was 65 million. We got some days, 153 million. Lots of volume. Lots of bulls and bears fighting. So more volume, the better it works for my system because there's, more demand in the stock. A lot of these support zones are going to be held up really nicely. And I've been telling a lot of people, and I'll even show you guys exactly what I did here. There's all transparency. I even said BBAI is exploding up from the lows. I did lock in 10%, but I am not taking out all my shares. At the very least, I'm only taking out half, and I'm going to hold the rest because I think this thing can keep going higher. I think it would be very foolish once I pick out the bottom like this and I seen that this thing can run. I think I need to hold a lot more. So my example here is I put lots of stuff out here. I said I'm buying BBAI at 6.85. I even showed you guys the screenshots of each time frame. This was the daily time frame at the time, and this was the weekly time frame. So I showed you both time frames. What I do is I use both, and I can see which one is going to give me a better average, which one can I add a little into. And this is the weekly time frame, and I'll get that into the video. And the weekly time frame is where we get our best ads before we even got there, and that was at the 670 area. You can see this arrow here. So it was awesome. Very good entries in what we were doing here. So this is what the daily did. It could have easily hit the daily and went up. Absolutely. We saw a big support rate in here. We clearly saw this. It didn't quite get all the way to it. As that's happens. A lot of people are waiting for all that big support to be ahead. But I was trusting the system to say, hey, if we skip the EMA 10 and go to the 20, usually when you skip an EMA with massive volume, the bulls really start taking into this. Take it into consideration. This is a very bullish chart. Tell me how this is bearish. You had these corrections downs, but guess what? It goes all the way up. So once this starts going down, yeah, the bears come out of their woodworks, and they're like, yeah, this is a trash company. We went from $2.95 all the way to $10 from this EMA 50 on the daily. You see, I mean, this is a really good thing. I'm buying every dip that this happens in. This EMA 20 on the daily and then the weekly EMA 10 was just dead on. As you can see, right in here, I love looking at weekly more than daily. I can see what is the bigger outlook for this stock. We just started having this weekly EMA 50 uptrend back in November 2024. This is a very bullish looking chart. And when I see all this kind of volume, I mean, look, this week alone, last week we had 671 million volume. The prior week we had 761 million volume. So it looks pretty good. Of course, we can't sustain these levels. I want a retracement down so I can get in. In worst case scenario, people would be like, well, what if it went down to the EMA 20? My second option, I tell everyone, is covered calls. You cannot go wrong with this. My average is extremely low. I have it in the 680. All right, so if I want to do covered calls, I can look at this option chain and be like, well, let's just say it's not doing as well as I want to. I can sell anything up in here. It's 7.5. I would make money, right? So basically what happens is if I have a 6.80 cover, average, anything higher than that on my strikes makes money along with the premium. So I can sell this 7.5 literally just 8 days from now. Hit the sell button right here, and I have lots of shares, and I can say, hey, you know what? If I sell this, I lower my average from 68 cents. Not a big deal, right? And that's literally just 8 days out. A stock that only costs $7.50 and you're lowering your average by 68 cents every week is amazing. All right, so now basically what happens is now your average goes from here it goes a little lower from 68 cents. Next week I do it again, it goes a little lower, and I'm accumulating shares at the same time so I can get this average along. And I'm looking at all these big demand zones, and then you're just lowering it, lowering it. I don't think we're going to go all the way down to this 10. I think this was a fresh trend up from the upper Keltner channel. As you can see, if you guys watch my videos, upper Keltner channel resets my EMAs to the point where I will play this EMA 5 and EMA 20. These are really crucial levels. I like to look when its price skips EMAs. The best EMAs, in my opinion, is the weekly EMA 20, but you got to understand, it takes time to get to this one. It's not just going to go, I mean, it can with terrible news, and that's why I said anything's possible in the market. Don't just copy trade me. I want you guys to understand exactly my thought process. But BBAI, I am very bullish. I don't think this is going to stop. I think a lot of people are going to be like, what the heck? Why did I not get in this? And yeah, it's easy to get in when you start seeing it going up. We see a long lower wick on the daily candle. You could get in here now. I mean, I don't know, but it's a whole lot riskier now compared to my average, that's for sure. But from right in here to the EMA 5, you're looking at another 8%. But let's just say it goes from my average, which I bought way out here in the 680s and 670s, and it goes just to the 5. That's 20%. If we make new highs, which has been the thing this thing tends to do, you're looking at over 50% and more. So I'm going to trail and stop. I took my 10%. I sold half my shares, all right? So if you have 2,000 shares, you take half out at 10%. And then if it just plummets down, you're like, whatever. I made 10%, not a big deal. I'll play the next EMA, which is the EMA 50 on the daily, and that should match the EMA 10. I'm going to play all these levels, and it's like I said, it's not a big deal now. But now you're looking for bigger returns, so you can be like, you know what? I think this thing goes higher. I played proper risk management. I scaled out properly, and you can see, you know, right here, it could just be a bounce up. But even if it's just a bounce up, but if we break out of this, my opinion, this is like a classic bull flag type pattern. You guys know what those look like, where you go up and you go down, right? That's literally what this is looking at. You know, you had this type of pattern where, you know, you go up, you go down, and you kind of like squeeze them out, right? And it could look something like this. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't really try to trade like that. Basically what the EMAs do for me, they're like Fibonacci retracements. They dumb it down to be like, okay, when a stock goes up big, you have the EMAs under the price, right? That means it's an uptrend, and these are going to act as crucial levels. Do we know which EMA is going to be the big hit? No. We don't. No one knows. Nobody knows. But we do know that these tend to work. These have worked immaculate. And you can see in the prior thing, when you got in BBAI, you could have got in at these kind of entries too. As you can see, the uptrend started to switch. We see price hitting the upper Keltner channel. We see price bouncing on this EMA 5, making outrageous returns, 77% in a single day. Price comes back to the 5, and we make another massive move up, making 100%. Now, this is all with scaling out. The only way you're going to get these massive returns is by scaling in and scaling out. This right here would have triggered your stop loss on your trail and stop here. What I do is once I go up 20%, I put my rest of my shares at 10% break even. So then I try to keep trailing it up. And I just do manual. But I think this is just the beginning. I don't think this is done at all. I mean, looks primed to to rip some shorts up. But yes, 54 million volume, option chain looks good, lots of liquidity, all in there. And like I said, worst case scenario, I just told people I'll just sell covered calls. It's not a big deal to me. If you guys watch my video on covered calls, swing trading education, you'll see right here how to sell covered calls. So these are kind of rare opportunities. You're not going to see this a lot. So when I do see them, I put bigger money in this. And higher price stock. It's over, it's at $7 right now. This is not your typical less than $1 penny stock. It has lots of demand. We saw PLTR do this way back in the day. Everyone doubted Palantir, right? Why did everyone doubt Palantir? Because they didn't think it could happen. This thing was a $5 stock way back in the day. Where did you see Palantir start making the big moves? When you start seeing this weekly EMA 50 switch directions. When it's up above, we're not playing Palantir. I get that. Let's get confirmation when the algos start to like it. So it starts going up, just like when BBAI doesn't have to do the same pattern. But as you can see on their first notice, you hit this EMA 5 and it makes a 40% gain. It comes back to these levels and hits the 20 now and makes massive returns. another 58%, and it comes back to the 20 here, back to the 20, back to the 20, and then tries to get, it's going to hit every EMA. We do know that, but you're always taking all these gains, and as you can see, we finally touched the 50. What happened? It's an uptrend. Are we betting against Palantir? No. What does Palantir do? It goes all the way up to $120 from this EMA 50, which is my highest alert at the $21 mark. And you see right here, you would have had literally no trailing, no negative, or your trailing stop loss is just golden. It's not going to get triggered now since you're so far above. This is what you want to see. This is what I would love to see for BBAI do, as I think it has a nice opportunity to do it. Bears came in, correction, scared everyone out. Didn't scare me out. Made lots of videos on this before. It's my best stock to get in for, if you don't have a lot of money and you don't want to do pennies, but this is like the right area that I like. It's under $10. It's got option chains. It's very good. So that's my analysis, guys. Everything that I post is transparent. I do not win every trade. Do not just blindly copy me. Understand risk management is the number one important thing. And I'll let you guys know, hey, losses happen, but I'm going to give you guys exactly what I'm doing. I just played Lays yesterday. Everyone doubted Lays. What did Lays do? Same exact pattern that we see here that I keep showing everyone. We play each EMA at the levels we like, right? On this 20, we played this thing and made massive return. This one went from a low to here. We made 50% in a week. And then we came back to here. And guess what? We went from here and we're standing all the way up to a 33%. You better believe I took some gains out and I'm trailing stopping it. And I think Lays is another good company. It's the same thing that we're doing, but we're targeting good companies on an uptrend. I don't target crap penny stocks that are trying to make an uptrend, right? They don't really maintain uptrends, whereas these kind of companies do. All right, guys, if you guys want to join the premium Discord, you're guys more than welcome to do it. I've been discussing it for a little bit. Click the link down below in YouTube comments below. In the description, will say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. I want to make it quick and simple. If you guys do decide to join, you will get a lifetime membership at the cheapest discount that I can ever give. I've been doing this in February, all of February. We'll see how long I do it in March, but I want everyone to try it. It's a great system. Nothing's perfect in trading, but this is what's made me decent money. It gets rid of the FOMO, gets rid of the fear. It just does like strictly what the system tells me. And if you guys want to join, please read how to subscribe. It'll tell you exactly what to do. All you do is hit day trade alerts right here. Click this channel here, and you can get everything for $12 a month if you're in the US. If you're not in the US, they'll charge you a little extra, but it's not going to be much more. But for this promo, do subscribe on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. And if you do have an Android, you will have to subscribe on your computer, and then you can use your phone just fine. Or just use your phone's browser to subscribe. You can read all about that here and how to subscribe. It's very simple, very easy. And if you need help, I'll be in the free chat. And also avoid scammers. I will never message, DM you, or trade your accounts, okay? Everything that's, I like this. I think it's really good. My day trading strategy is obviously my favorite. A lot of people don't understand it or don't want to get into the option world. So I do have the swing trades too, but I think you guys should learn both. If you want to be a full-time trader and you want to make money every day, that's why I recommend doing the day trade and swing trading plus membership. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll see how high BBAI goes. Let me know in the comments what you think about it too. Peace out.